Hey everybody, Maddox here and welcome back to the Poke Historian. Just wanted to do a quick fireside chat with y'all. I just got this Iron Valiant EX in the mail today. Absolutely gorgeous card. Love the artwork here, and this futuristic version of Glade is really interesting. And of course you get all the different like Paradox Pokemon in the background. And it just kind of got me thinking, like, what exactly is like the Scarlet and Violet era of Pokemon going to be really remembered for like 10, 20 years into the future? Like, are we going to be like looking back at the terrestrialized like versions of Pokemon thinking that's super cool? Are we going to be like looking at the special illustration and normal illustration rares and just appreciating the great artwork? Which I think we will. But I do think maybe one of the most defining features of this generation that a lot of people overlook are these Paradox Pokemon. And like the reason they're so cool is because you have past and future versions of fan favorite Pokemon, such as Glade here, or like the legendary dogs or Jigglypuff, or among many others. And I think that that's a really like novel thing that we got going on. And it kind of reminds me of like the Megas from X and Y, or even like Sword and Shield more recently with like the Gigantamax Pokemon. And I think there's a lot of value in these special versions of classic Pokemon because they're usually like a one and done type affair where, like, you know, for example, this Iron Valiant, you're not going to see him, I don't think, in every like Pokemon generation coming up where it's going to continue to get cards over and over again. It's probably going to be the type of thing you see one time and then you don't see it again for a long time. And I think there's a lot of value with that. I think it makes it a lot more collectible and a lot more interesting. And as we've seen most recently with the Megas from X and Y, now that we finally are getting some again with Pokemon Legends ZA, I mean, people are going nuts and are so excited to see the Megas back. And I think we could see a similar effect with these past and future Paradox Pokemon someday when inevitably like we see like, I don't know, a sequel to Scarlet and Violet, or maybe we see a remake of Scarlet and Violet. So just something to think about, really. I think there's always a lot of value in cards that are just specialized and unique like this. And I'm not saying like other cards in this set aren't going to be valuable. I think a lot of the special illustration and regular illustration rares are going to be worth a lot of money too. But like I said, I think we're going to continue to see a lot of like beautiful artworks here into the future. Like, it's not like we're never going to see beautiful artworks again after Scarlet and Violet. I think Pokemon knows that that's very popular, so we're going to continue to see that. But will we continue to see beautiful cards featuring Paradox Pokemon, say, in the next generation and the generation thereafter? I would guess probably not, but only time will tell. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.